Anti-Corruption Commission in Zambia is in charge of, is mandated by law to spearhead the fight against corruption in Zambia. However, every institution has the responsibility of fighting corruption within their sphere of influence. Therefore, the anti-corruption came up with an initiative where integrity committees would be formed in various institutions so that those institutions can fight corruption within their surroundings. So that's how integrity committees were formed. The NRFA Integrity Committee was formed in October 2010, and members were sworn in by the Secretary to the Cabinet. That was our first Integrity Committee. The composition of the Integrity Committee in NRFA is that we have a chairperson, and currently the chairperson is the Director Internal Audit, that is Mr. Shikoki. We then have Director Corporate Services, Mr. Hara, who's also a member of the Integrity Committee. And we have a member from Fund Management, that is myself. I am the Secretary of the Integrity Committee. We also have a member from the Monitoring and Evaluation Department, that is Engineer Venon Golube. We also have a member from the Tolling Department, that is Engineer Charles Kandeke. We are also assisted by a secretariat, and that is Madam Mbita Nakazwe Liambai. We also have focal point persons, because as Integrity Committee, we cannot be across all our stations. As you are aware, we have 27 toll stations across the country. So as NRFA, we appoint focal point persons at the Integrity Committee. As you can see, the composition is based on both senior and middle management, so that we have the right balance of influence within the Integrity Committee. Members are appointed by the CEO, and they are appointed for a term of 3 years, which can be renewed by the CEO. Eligibility for membership of the IC is entirely up to the CEO, but one of the criteria that has to be met is that ideally most departments should be represented within the IC. As an IC, the main role is to prevent corruption within the agency. We perform duties such as preparing the Anti-Corruption Prevention Action Plan. This is a plan that lists all the activities that we're going to undertake that will help us in the fight against corruption. So this fight is based on 3 pillars, which are prevention, education, and enforcement. Under prevention, we make sure that policies are in place that will prevent people from undertaking any corruption activities. Under education, we go out and sensitize staff and members of the public through sensitizations and flyers, billboards, just to make them aware of what is expected of them, so that there are no corruption incidences within the agency. And under enforcement, we undertake monitoring and compliance exercises to ensure that there are no corruption activities taking place in the agency. And we also consider rewards and sanctions if there's no corruption, we find that there's no corruption, or if there are incidences, sanctions are applied. Other activities that we undertake as Integrity Committee are undertaking monthly meetings where we review the progress that we've undertaken during that period, and we then prepare reports that are submitted to the Anti-Corruption Commission so that we report on progress and how far we have gone on our activities. We also undertake sensitization activities where we go around the toll stations, and also at head office we sensitize staff on values and ethics that are expected of an employee within the agency. There are several documents that the IC has been in charge of spearheading within the agency. One of them is the service charter. We made sure that as an agency we had a service charter. This is a document that informs the public of what service is expected from us. Also, one of the documents that we were instrumental in coming up with is the conflict of interest policy. This is a document that just sets a guideline of what is expected from employees with regards areas such as procurement or HR, or anything really that prevents employees from having any conflicts between their jobs and what is expected from them. Another document that we came up with as the IC is the fraud policy. Another document is the Code of Ethics. The Code of Ethics is where you will find the standard of what is expected from all employees, how we are supposed to behave. And in there we also have our values laid out, the 6 values of NRFA that are expected from employees. We also have the whistleblower policy. This is the policy that protects whistleblowers just in case someone would like to report what they suspect to be unethical behavior. We also have a hotline, which is 5080. So if any person, whether a member of staff or a member of the public, suspects that there's been any unethical behavior, they are free to call the number 5080 and report any unethical behavior. So as IC, we are proud to have initiated all those programs within the agency. The impact of our work within the agency is that as a result of us going around and sensitizing people, we've seen that people are more receptive to our message. When we first started, people thought that we were spies on behalf of the Anti-Corruption Commission. But as we've continued to go around, people have been receptive to our message, and we've seen that some reports come in, and as an IC, we investigate, and if there's anything of concern that is noted, we sometimes forward the cases to the ACC, who then investigate the cases further. As the Integrity Committee, we champion the values of NRFA. As we're all aware, we have 6 values within the agency. The first one is teamwork, working together. The second one is transparency, being open, we have got nothing to hide. The third one is excellence, making sure that we do everything right the first time. The fourth one is innovation. Innovation, making sure that we can do things better in a more innovative manner and a more creative way. Another value that we hold as NRFA is integrity, making sure that we do things right even though no one is watching. Another value that we hold as an agency is accountability. We take responsibility for everything that we do, for the mandate that we hold as an agency. We are accountable to the Zambian people, to the Zambian public, for the money that we collect and for the payments that we make to contractors and consultants. We were recently awarded as the second best IC in Zambia by the Anti-Corruption Committee. We were recognized as an IC. We are very encouraged by this. We feel that our work has been recognized on a monthly basis. We always update the Anti-Corruption Commission on all activities that we undertake as an IC. So for us, that is recognition by the IC, by the Anti-Corruption Commission, recognizing that what we are doing is making an impact within our organization and broadly within the nation Zambia. So this has encouraged us to work even harder to come up with even other ways that will ensure that no corruption is present within the NRFA. And hopefully next time we aim to become the best performing IC within the country.